Welcome back to the Crypto Picture channel, where I help you see crypto through a clear lens. Today we're going to be doing an update on price chart on XOR. Primarily we're going to be focusing on surface level fundamentals for the XOR project. I had some comments down below in some of my videos asking me to just do a little bit of an update fundamental analysis on it. I'm not going to go too crazy. It is a very complex project with a lot of technicals behind it and a lot of different moving parts, but I'm going to go over the basic stuff that you need to know for mainnet launch. Is pretty exciting, and with mainnet launch right around the corner, this should be a good time to do the video. Also, we did see some really crazy price movements out of XOR due to some larger YouTube channels publicly speaking about the project, so that was good for us being XOR holders. And we also have Chico Crypto, I believe, doing an update on the PokeSwap project tomorrow, so I'm not going to go too in depth on PokeSwap and Fearless Wallet, but let's get right into the chart, and then I'll talk a little bit about the airdrop, and then we'll go into the fundamental things that I want to go over. So XOR price chart looks fantastic. It was in this bullish pennant, and it broke out of the bullish pennant and came up and hit our price target over here at $863. Typically, for me, even in a long-term holding account, I would be taking some profits here. But with the XOR project launching very soon, and also some of these larger YouTube channels starting to speak about the project, I do want to hold on to it for a little bit longer. Also, it is pretty small market cap, but I will think about taking a little bit of profits off of the table. But I do want to do the staking, whether it's Fearless or whether it is going to be done through PokeSwap, adding liquidity. I'll have to see what makes the most sense for me and from an APY perspective and what I want to do there. So XOR looking great. I would assume that we're going to see some consolidation here, but who knows, with all these big YouTubers coming out and speaking about it. I mean, technicals sometimes don't really matter, and then also you have the fundamentals on top of that, plus the airdrop. So basically, for every one XOR you hold, you're going to be getting 95 VAL tokens. So that's why I'm not really too worried about taking profits either, because those VAL tokens are going to offset any type of negative price action, to be honest, for me, and how much I feel that XOR could come down in price. It's not even worth it, because I don't want to miss out on that airdrop. I want to maximize the amount of VAL that I get. So with that being said, let's jump right into the fundamental analysis. I want to start on the Polkadot page. One of the subscribers to the channel, or at least one of the commenters, he brought up that Soramitsu was on the Polkadot website. Now, the reason that this is interesting, obviously it's a Polkadot project, but you don't really see too many other projects listed here, especially not on the front page. Maybe if you went digging, you'd see some stuff. The reason that they're listed here is because they were part of the Web3 Foundation, has commissioned 5 teams, over 100 developers to build Polkadot, including Soramitsu. And obviously we have Polkadot JS, ChainSafe, and Parity Technologies. But this is the one that we're interested in, especially right now at this moment. It's very interesting to see them here, and the reason I'm discussing this is because there are parachains coming up for auction over an extended period of time. And I wanted to bring this up because I feel that Sora has not only the fundamentals, not only the technology behind it, but also the fact that it was part of the Web3 Foundation. It is going to have an advantage in this auctioning process. I know it comes down to the community and all this different stuff, and there's some voting process there, but I truly believe that Sora does have a stronger opportunity to get one of those parachain places as opposed to a lot of other projects in the Polkadot ecosystem. So I'll have to see how that plays out. Then we're going to jump into the Sora ecosystem tokens. So there's XOR, which is going to be considered as the gas for the entire chain. So all of your PokeSwap transactions are going to be settled and paid in fees using XOR. Then VAL is going to be a governance token. I mean, they both have their governance uses, but primarily VAL is going to be the main governance token, I believe. Then we have PokeSwap. PokeSwap is going to be used to reward liquidity on PokeSwap. So if we go in here, utility and governance token used to reward liquidity providers on PokeSwap, created by community governance. Then we have VAL, utility and governance token used to reward validators on the Sora network, created by the community governance. So that's its primary use case. Now, I was saying that XOR does have some governance use cases, but it's primarily used for transaction fees, gas, on the Sora network. That's kind of what the basic ecosystem looks like from a token perspective. We'll have to see how it all comes together. Again, there's a lot of back-end things that you can read into if you want to do that. I don't think that I'm going to personally do that because I would be here for 2 hours possibly, and I don't think anybody wants to sit through a 2-hour video of me just reading. So we'll move on to PokeSwap here. This is a website, looks really, really clean. Very, very excited for this, and we'll have to see how it goes. It does look very similar to Uniswap, but there are a lot of differences, and I think that the layout and hopefully the transaction fees are going to be way lower, and also maybe we'll get a little bit of a faster transaction settlement time, but that's yet to be seen. So we'll wait for Chico Crypto. He might have some inside news. I'm not sure how much he's been talking to the developers and the Sora ecosystem. I have not, so I'd love to see his video tomorrow, and I'm going to pay close attention for when that comes out. Then we have the Fearless Wallet, which I'm hoping eventually will just become your one-stop shop. That would be fantastic. Obviously, it's nice to use a web browser sometimes for these things, but I'm okay with just using a straight app. If I can manage my funds, also swap my tokens, and also do my staking plus governance, so I'm able to earn passive income, and I can do it all through the phone app on the Fearless Wallet. I'm 100% okay with this, and I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if all the features will be available right at mainnet launch. That's yet to be seen, but I am going to be patiently waiting for that because it is exciting. And again, I really like this wallet. It looks really, really good, guys. So that is basically what I have for today. I hope you guys found value in it. We're going to finish off with the Ethereum and Bitcoin price. Nothing really much has changed. They're still in a consolidation, not really moving much. Over the last couple of videos, I have been mentioning that it wouldn't be crazy to see Ethereum consolidate here. We've been seeing a little bit of bearish articles and bearish tweets and all this stuff, so I'm still bullishly biased here until proven otherwise. I've already told everybody in my Discord, link is down below in the description if you're interested, that we're not going to sell the absolute top, okay? And you shouldn't be aiming to sell the absolute top because you're likely probably never going to sell because you're always going to be waiting for that top. I like to systematically take profits. I have videos on that if you're interested in how to systematically take profits. But for me right now, I'm going to play with a bullish bias. We're in a bull market. So if you're betting to the downside, 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose. And then 1 time you're going to be right. So I'd rather be right 9 times than wrong 9 times. Then we have the Bitcoin price. So we are slightly breaking below this parabolic uptrend line that I've been following and reaccumulating basically the entire bull run. This was our first touch point here. Then I started linking up the bottoms of these trends. That's why I was so bullish here when everybody else was pretty bearish. We started reaccumulating again in the Discord group, and it's paid off really nicely. I even accumulated some more XOR in this area. I think it was around 400, 420 or something like that. So I've been adding all the way from about 100, 150 bucks all the way till like 400 bucks, guys. So I mean, I'm bullish on this project, and I will continue to be bullish, and I'm not going to be bearish on Ethereum or Bitcoin unless we start seeing weekly candle closes below this level. But another thing is we've seen Bitcoin dominance break down. This doesn't typically happen if we're going to see a mass market correction. So hopefully that can give you a little bit more confidence. Hopefully this video has brought you some value in regards with understanding Sora and how you should play this scenario that's happening with the mainnet launch and the airdrop. With that being said, guys, thanks again. I will see you on the next video. Cheers.